You know, every so often a car comes along that just completely shakes things up, a machine that sparks some serious debate. And today, we're diving deep into one of those cars, the 2026 Corvette ZR1X.
And here it is. Just take a second to look at this thing. This is without a doubt the most powerful and most advanced Corvette ever conceived. Those aggressive lines, the functional aero. This thing just screams performance from every angle.
But this is about more than just being another fast car. The real question, the big one that everyone's asking, is this. Is the ZR1X America's very first honest-to-goodness hypercar?
To even begin to answer that, we've got to look at the mission behind the car. And trust me, Chevrolet is not being shy about its intentions. They're making a pretty bold claim.
This is it, right from the source. Not just a supercar, but America's answer to the hypercar elite. Wow, that is a direct shot at the most exclusive, most powerful, and most expensive cars on the entire planet. So what do they bring into the fight?
Well, it all starts with the heart of this beast, a truly revolutionary hybrid powertrain. And it's something totally different from anything we've seen in a Corvette before.
So what are we talking about here? A hybrid drivetrain basically combines the best of both worlds. You get a good old-fashioned gasoline engine, but you pair it with the instant, neck-snapping torque of an electric motor. And in the ZR1X, they've pushed this idea to the absolute extreme.
At its core, you've got this monster, a hand-built 5.5-liter twin-turbo V8. By itself, this thing churns out an unbelievable 1,064 horsepower. For pretty much any other car on Earth, that would be the end of the story. But for the ZR1X, oh no, that's just where the fun begins. Let's see what happens when you add a little electricity to this equation. So you take that massive V8, and then you add an electric motor to the front axle, and that gives you another 186 horsepower of instant silent power. You do the math, and what do you get? You get this, a mind-blowing 1,250 total horsepower. Just let that number sink in for a second. This is territory that very, very few production cars have ever even dreamed of reaching.
But here's the really clever part. It's not just about that raw number. It's about how the power gets to the pavement. It's an electrified all-wheel drive system. So the V8 unleashes all its fury on the rear wheels for that brutal straight-line speed, while the electric motor up front gives you insane grip right off the line and literally helps pull the car through corners. It's brilliant.
Okay, so all this incredible engineering sounds great on paper, right? But it has to translate into actual performance. So let's get to the proof. Let's look at the numbers.
This is the question that really matters, isn't it? With 1,250 horsepower and that super smart all-wheel drive, what can this car actually do when you put your foot down?
The answer is this, and these numbers are almost hard to believe. 0 to 60 in a physics-defying 1.68 seconds. It absolutely demolishes the quarter mile in under 9 seconds at over 150 miles per hour. We're not just talking about numbers that rival multi-million-dollar hypercars. In a lot of cases, these numbers flat out beat them.
But hey, we all know a true hypercar can't just be a one-trick pony on the drag strip. It has to attack the corners with that same kind of ferocity. It has to be a complete package.
And if you look at the car again, you can just see it. Every single vent, every wing, every surface has been meticulously sculpted for one thing: performance. This is a machine that was born and bred for the racetrack.
So what's the secret sauce? Well, it's a whole list of amazing engineering. You've got tons of carbon fiber aero to literally glue the car to the road. You have massive carbon ceramic brakes for stopping power that feels like you've hit a wall. There are even optional carbon fiber wheels to cut down on weight. And behind it all, you have advanced cooling systems and a specially tuned chassis to make sure this thing can take a beating on the track, lap after punishing lap, and just keep asking for more.
So when you put it all together, the insane hybrid power, that physics-defying acceleration, the track-honed engineering, what do you actually have? You have a new benchmark for what's possible.
And this brings us right back to our original question. What we have here is a car that doesn't just rival cars costing 2, 3, 4 times as much, it legitimately challenges them. It's a fundamental shift, proving that this level of insane performance can come from right here in America.
And that's why, really, the absolute best way to sum up the 2026 Corvette ZR1X is with this one thought. In every single sense of the word, it is more than a Corvette, it's a statement of power, of technology, and of pure ambition that puts American engineering right at the very top of the automotive world.